With so many industries out there, which industry will see increasing growth and will be great for your progression as a software developer? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kay. So for those who have been following, you'll be aware that I've always worked in financial technology, or Fintech for short. Now, although many of my other software developer friends have kind of come to the conclusion that it is ultimately down to the individual's responsibility to manage their own progression, the industry that you're working as a software developer does play a key role in that, and it can play quite a big role as well. So I'm going to be going through my list of 5 industries which are great for software development and progression. Now, this isn't an exhaustive list. There are obviously loads of others, but these are just 5 that I quite like through my own research and through talking with people as well. So in no particular order, we have number 1, which is blockchain. Now, a lot of those who aren't very tech savvy, they kind of associate blockchain with just being to do with Bitcoin. And although blockchain is related to Bitcoin, Bitcoin isn't necessarily just blockchain. So blockchain technology serves to solve quite a lot of problems in industry, and it's gained rapid adoption throughout the past few years. So with blockchain, there's issues such as transparency in supply chains. There's other issues such as ensuring that record sensitive information such as maybe a patient's medical records aren't tampered with. And also there's this whole concept of decentralized smart contracts where you no longer have to worry too much about, maybe 2 parties, and then you have a third party that kind of manages the relationship between the two and ensures both sides of a deal are fulfilled, upheld. Now you have a smart contract which can automatically execute a contract when both sides of a condition are met. So that kind of helps improve that trust factor as well. So blockchain serves to solve quite a lot of different array of problems, but it is definitely a really, really fun and exciting area to look into. Even if you don't want to work in the industry, it's just great to know about it as well. Number 2, so the predictive AI industry. So AI has gained rapid adoption as well in the past few years. We've seen companies such as Cambridge Analytica, which was involved in a scandal quite a few years back, where they were harvesting data and using it to support political parties. So Facebook is a company that harvests your data all the time. And this data, they can analyze it and they can identify things such as what habits you have. So, what kind of things you buy, what kind of TV shows you watch, and even what kind of political party you align with. So recently there have been changes to WhatsApp's terms and conditions, and Elon Musk had sent a tweet out telling people to use Signal because it's a lot more secure. They're not going to harvest your data, or probably not as much as Facebook and WhatsApp. So again, it's not just about finding out your habits and trying to sell you products that AI is good for. It's really, really starting to make its way into automating people's lives. So for example, Elon Musk has put in quite a lot of research and development into the AI for Tesla. And so that's going to be kind of driving forward this whole concept of automated or driverless driving. So you have fully automated cars which can drive you around, and then it's going to open up this entirely new gig economy as well, where people might be able to kind of rent out their Teslas so other people can use it as sort of like an Uber service where they can rent it and then drive it around without a driver actually being there. Again, we're quite a far bit away from that kind of future, but the technology is definitely advancing. So again, it's a really, really good space to kind of immerse yourself in. Number 3 is media streaming. So a lot of people have heard of companies such as Netflix and then maybe Prime Video, Hulu, Crunchyroll, these online streaming services. And there's been a huge explosion in the subscription of these services due to COVID and more people staying at home. Obviously, it's great to work in these industries. You might get a free Netflix subscription, but that's not the only benefit. I found that these kind of industries where there's product that's being used with traffic that's very, I would say, not quite unpredictable, but quite volatile. So you might have loads of people trying to stream at one time, and then maybe some people streaming maybe a specific TV show, maybe when it's released. And through getting involved in these kind of industries with this volatility in traffic, you learn a lot about quite hot topics in the software development industry, such as handling concurrency, how you're going to scale the application, managing your traffic load, all of this stuff. And these are all really, really, like I said, really good skills to develop, because these are skills that are quite highly sought after in the software development industry, as opposed to, if you're kind of stuck doing something that is very proprietary and, only used in one company, you're going to find it quite difficult to move around. So it's a really, really good industry to get involved in. You're definitely going to be left behind in the skills market if you learn these core concepts. Number 4 is the biotech industry. Now, as we move forward, there are a lot of biotech companies which are starting to gain traction. The CEO of ARK Investment, Kathy Wood, did say that biotech is kind of going to be the next future industry that's going to explode. And biotech, with people who are now looking towards, getting more tailored treatments, such as tailored medicine, tailored prescriptions, using their genetic data as well to kind of inform their lifestyle choices. All of this stuff is quite important, but obviously technology is going to form an integral part of that. So things like AI, robotics, this kind of stuff is really going to start to explode in terms of biotech and medicine. So if, like myself, you have a sciencey kind of background, I've got a biochemistry background, then it's going to be really exciting to be involved in that area, not just because it's a very profitable industry, but because it's an industry where you're out there kind of helping prevent people from dying, giving them a better prognosis and chance of life. So again, it's a really, really fun, exciting, and quite a useful industry to be in as well. Lastly, and a bit of bias of mine, like I said, I work in fintech, so number 5 is going to be fintech. Now, financial technology is quite a very, very profitable industry. There are financial hubs out there, such as London, where there are quite a lot of quite high concentration of financial institutions, and because of that, generally you're not going to struggle too much. If you've already established yourself in the industry, you'll be able to make quite a lot of either more horizontal movements, move into other companies in a similar role, or kind of go for more senior positions as well once you've kind of established yourself in that sector. And like I said before, if you see my previous videos, it is one of the industries where you tend to earn more relative to other industries, so you always be kind of in that upper quartile in terms of your salary for the same kind of position. But it is, again, quite a good industry for just kind of job security as well. Although there is a caveat, the tech stacks that they use in these financial institutions, because they've been around for so long, do tend to be a bit older, but they are starting to modernize now. So they're moving from going from on-premises, having all of their servers in-house and everything, to the cloud. They're starting to use more modern languages and frameworks. So they are also still evolving. But it is a good industry to establish yourself in. Your skills, maybe you might not learn as much if you're kind of working in that kind of same tech stack all the time, and it's very proprietary what you're learning. And maybe it's just always, some kind of internal applications. But again, like I said at the start, your own personal progression should be something that you take charge of, and you should still be, upskilling yourself so that you're not kind of outskilled from the market, and you're still highly desirable with your skill set. So that was my list of 5 industries that are great to work in. Again, like I said, it's not an exhaustive list. There are more, but just for the purposes of time, I didn't include them. So again, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.